Do you believe that a person can confront the Russian Mafia, risk his entire fortune just to pursue a seemingly crazy dream? From 3 consecutive failures to a historic moment, Elon Musk has done the unthinkable, turning SpaceX into a symbol of the space industry. That journey is full of dangers, conflicts and bold decisions that few people dare to make. In today's video, we will explore this inspiring story. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next interesting videos. Comment number 1 if you want to see more content about technology and great people. Or number 2 if you don't like this content. Now, let's get started. Elon Musk is no stranger to the technology world. But few people know that behind his brilliant successes is a series of seemingly insurmountable failures. He once faced ridicule, even being considered a crazy dreamer for daring to bet everything on unrealistic projects. SpaceX, Musk's private space company, was on the verge of bankruptcy when all 3 of his first rocket launches failed. But it was from these failures that Musk proved that his resilience, daring to think differently and constantly finding solutions were the keys to his glory. The story of his journey from the abyss of crisis to this life-changing moment is a testament to Elon Musk's extraordinary will and strategic vision. In 2008, the world fell into one of the worst economic crises in history. Large companies, including financial icon Lehman Brothers, went bankrupt one after another. Millions of people lost their jobs, and the stock market plummeted. During that chaotic time, Elon Musk chose to face the biggest risk of his life, investing all of his assets in 3 young companies, SpaceX, Tesla and SolarCity. Financial experts all said that this was an unwise decision and the possibility of failure was 100%. In the context of economic confidence almost hitting rock bottom, all 3 companies were at risk of being wiped out. But instead of being afraid, Musk still persisted in his vision, bringing advanced technology to change the future of humanity. Despite all criticism and risks, after 3 consecutive failures, SpaceX only had enough funding for one last launch on September 28, 2008. If this time failed, the company would go bankrupt completely. Along with the end of Elon Musk's dream of conquering space, extreme tension enveloped the entire SpaceX team as Falcon 1 prepared to leave the launch pad. Every second counted down. Every second decided the fate of the entire company. But this time, the miracle happened. Falcon 1 flew straight into orbit, becoming the first liquid-fueled rocket in history to be successfully launched by a private company. For Elon Musk, this was not only a technical victory but also a fateful turning point that helped SpaceX survive. This success quickly attracted the attention of NASA, leading to a $1.6 billion contract to develop the spacecraft. From the brink of bankruptcy, SpaceX officially entered the big game, proving that the private sector could completely master the space industry, a field that had been dominated by giant defense corporations for decades. Elon Musk was not born into privilege. During his childhood in South Africa, he was often isolated and bullied due to his different interests and personality. Instead of fitting in, the young Elon spent hours reading science fiction books, which nurtured bold ideas about technology and the future. At the age of 17, Musk decided to leave his homeland for the United States, a promised land with endless opportunities. Here, he studied at the University of Pennsylvania while finding ways to make money in various ways, such as organizing parties to make ends meet. However, Musk did not stop at short-term goals. Realizing the huge potential of the internet in the 1990s, he dropped out of his PhD program at Stanford after only 2 days of enrollment to found his first company called Zip2, an online mapping service, which at that time almost no one believed in. With his relentless efforts, Zip2 was sold for $37 million, bringing Musk $22 million. He then went on to found X.com, the predecessor of PayPal, and sold it to eBay for $1.5 billion in 2002. With $180 million in hand, Musk could have lived comfortably. But he chose to take on bigger challenges with ambitions to change the world. Instead of keeping the huge fortune from the sale of PayPal, Elon Musk decided to invest all $180 million in 3 projects that most financial circles at the time considered failed bets. He allocated $100 million to SpaceX, a private space company, $70 million to Tesla, a fledgling electric car company, and $10 million to SolarCity, a risky solar energy company. These were fields with extremely low success rates, and experts did not hesitate to criticize Musk as crazy. But for Elon Musk, it was not about money but about realizing big dreams. He believes that electric vehicles, clean energy, and space will be important pillars for the future of humanity. Even when both Tesla and SpaceX faced bankruptcy in 2008, Musk was determined to find ways to save both companies, even though it left him with almost nothing. These bold decisions not only demonstrated his strong belief in the long-term vision, but also affirmed Musk's courage to take the biggest risks to pursue his goals. In 2001, before SpaceX was founded, Elon Musk intended to participate in the space industry by buying rockets from Russia. Without enough engineers or technology to produce them himself, Musk thought that the fastest way to start the project was to own the available technology. Initially, the Russians showed interest and offered to sell ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, for $18 million each. However, their attitude quickly changed, seeing that Musk was just an inexperienced young businessman with no military connections. They raised the price to $21 million to eliminate him from the game. On the flight back to the US, after the deal failed, Musk was not discouraged. Instead, he opened his laptop, calculated the costs and realized a shocking truth. The actual production cost of a rocket was only 2% of the market price. Immediately, he came up with the idea of building his own rocket manufacturing company with the goal of breaking the monopoly of large corporations. From there, SpaceX was born with a strategy of cutting costs by self-producing most of the components. This was the important turning point that helped Musk not only overcome the manipulation of the Russian Mafia but also completely change the space industry later on. Breaking the monopoly in the space industry, SpaceX's revolution. Before SpaceX came along, the space industry was dominated by giant corporations like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. Contracts with the US government, especially NASA, were all in the hands of these big guys. The cost of each rocket launch was up to hundreds of millions of dollars, a figure that private businesses could not compete with. SpaceX's initial efforts to enter this market were met with strong resistance. Not only did the big corporations use their influence to pressure NASA, causing SpaceX to be rejected for the contract, but they also laughed at the idea of a cheap, reusable rocket system. However, Elon Musk did not give up easily. He understood that in order to survive, SpaceX had to break the traditional production model. Musk decided to produce up to 80% of the components himself instead of relying on outside suppliers. The cost of a small component like a rocket pin that NASA has to pay up to $1.500, while SpaceX can produce the same type of pin for only $30. With this strategy of controlling the entire process, SpaceX has significantly reduced the cost per launch to about $60 million, nearly 7 times lower than NASA. This is the revolutionary step that helps SpaceX gain a competitive advantage, opening the era of commercialization of the space industry. Ambition to reuse rockets, a breakthrough in technology. Elon Musk not only wants to reduce the cost of rocket production but also dreams of a future where space flights become as common as civil aviation. To do that, SpaceX must develop rocket reuse technology, a concept that previously only existed in theory. Musk likens this to buying an airplane worth hundreds of millions of dollars but only using it once and then throwing it away. This is a terrible waste that SpaceX is determined to change. By reusing rockets, SpaceX not only saves hundreds of millions of dollars per launch but also accelerates the pace of technological development. The Falcon 9 rocket has become a symbol of the success of this strategy as its booster can return to land safely and be reused many times. This is one of the most important achievements that helps SpaceX not only lead the commercial space industry but also convince large organizations such as NASA and the US government to believe in their capabilities. Elon Musk's vision and determination, the key to changing the world. Elon Musk has always affirmed that his ultimate goal is not to make money, but to change humanity in a more sustainable direction. This is clearly shown through the projects he pursues. With Tesla, Musk believes that electric cars will replace internal combustion engines. Despite the skepticism of the entire auto industry, With SpaceX, he wants to open up opportunities for space exploration and eventually settlement on Mars. With Solar City, Musk wanted to promote the use of renewable energy to reduce dependence on fossil fuels. Musk's perseverance has seen him overcome all obstacles, from criticism, to repeated failures, to terrible financial pressure. Even when all three of his companies faced bankruptcy in 2008, Musk did not back down. He was willing to do anything to keep his vision. This is the key to Musk's rise to become one of the greatest leaders of the 21st century, reshaping the way the world views technology, business, and the future. Elon Musk has proven that with great vision and strong will, people can overcome all failures to change the world. From confronting the Russian Mafia, breaking the monopoly in the space industry, to resounding success with Tesla and SpaceX, Musk has constantly challenged the limits of technology and belief. His journey is an inspiration for those who dared to dream and dared to act. What do you think about Elon Musk's achievements? Leave a comment to share your thoughts and let us know if you believe Musk can take humanity to Mars in the future.